welcome to my craft room. I am Sherry, Hecate's Needle. You can find me here on YouTube or on Instagram. And I'd like to say welcome. Welcome to my craft room. It's May 30th, so we're almost in summer, and it feels like it. It's hot and humid, really hot and humid. It's just unpleasant. Anyway, as I said, I'm Sherry. This is my craft room, my crafty little corner of the internet where I talk about mostly cross stitch, some gardening, some sewing, other little crafty things I happen to get up to, but mostly cross stitch. If you're new here, welcome. I have gotten quite a few new subscribers lately, so I would like to send out my heartfelt thank yous for that. I do so much appreciate it. If you're a returning subscriber, hi, welcome back. I am joined here today by the lovely Artemis. It's been storming the past 2 days, so she has been firmly glued to me. And it's not storming today, but it is cloudy. And it's a little breezy, not what I would call windy, but a little breezy. So she's still not quite ready to mark herself safe from the thunders. So she is here. She is actually laying right here next to the chair. So if you kind of hear scuffling around, it's her. The cats are out there. Hecate is done with these boys today. She has secluded herself in her office, aka my closet, and has just said, no more boys, no more. I'm done today. Cheeto is sprawled out on my bed playing with his favorite little toy. And the two little boys, Jelly Bean and Snickers, are zooming up and down the hall. So you may hear bodies hitting the wall. Who knows what you might hear. But in any case, they're all out there. Artemis is in here with me. So it's a usual day in the neighborhood. But anyway, that's not what you're here for. So cross stitch. Cross stitch. I do not have any starts. I do not have any finishes. I have not touched a single project on my checklist. In my defense, it was a holiday weekend, Memorial Day, and my husband and I worked in the garden a good part of the weekend. Our mistake. It was just brutal. It's about 90 degrees with, high humidity and a feels like temperature of like 107. But anyway, I did work on my stitch-alongs. Not all of them, of course. But I did work on some of them. So we'll get right into it. The first one I worked on was over here, the Herbalist stitch-along. Now this is a stitch-along done by Dara of World on a String by Dara. It is the Herbalist stitch-along. I am completely caught up with this one. She is doing releases every Monday. And like I said, I am completely caught up with this one. The two newest ones are the chamomile and the calendula. Both very important tools in the Herbalist tools chest. What can I say? This is such a nice, easy stitch. the pieces are very small and manageable, so I am not having any trouble keeping up with this at all. And I love it. I love it. And once it's finished, I've already decided it's going to be hung next to my herbal cabinet, my herb cabinet. This is being stitched on a 14 count Aida. It is in the color Seafoam Green. And I love how it's turning out. So that is the Herbalist Stitch Along by World on a String by Dara. The next one I worked on was the Femurs Fungi Stitch Along. This one is being done by Fine Frog Stitching, and I am also caught up with this one. Now she is doing releases every Friday. So basically Monday in the morning when I'm having my tea or mocha or whatever I'm having that day, I'll do the Herbalist, and then I'll do this one, and I'm caught up. And again, they are small, manageable pieces. Very, very easy to keep up with. The last one was, or the new ones I've done are the little bowl of toadstools, and then the vertebra with the mushrooms. Those are the two newest ones. And like I said, she releases a new piece every Friday. And again, a nice, easy, relaxing stitch. Nothing complicated, none of that. This is being stitched on a 16 count, we'll just call it a 16 count Aida in the colorway Eclipse from Witch's Garden Crafts. But I'm loving it. And this one will go in my living room with my other like dark academia kind of things. The next one I worked on was the Vampirum by Noctiflora. Now, I'm not caught up with this. I am, but I'm not. I have the entire first section done. The second section has been released, but I have not stitched it yet. Now, the third section won't be released until mid-June, so I have time. So I'm counting this as being caught up. But this is what it looks like. I love it. It's awesome. And my husband really loves it. Now, this is being stitched on a 14 count Aida in the colorway Batavia by Witch's Garden Crafts. And like I said, I love it. But then Noctiflora is probably one of my favorite designers. So if she's doing a stitch along, you know I'm going to do it. I have to. But that was the third one I worked on. The last one I worked on, and I have been working on this one this week. With my thread. Now this one, I am not caught up. I'm not even remotely caught up. I'm not going to pretend I'm caught up. This one is the Deadly Aquarium Stitch Along by Lola Crow Cross Stitch. And I think everybody's doing this one, honestly. Now, I have gotten quite a bit done, but I'm nowhere near enough. And I've just decided that this one, I'm not going to be able to keep up with it. I'm not, because the first section is huge. It is huge, and I'm so behind. She's already released the second part of it, and I haven't even gotten halfway done with the first part. So but here it is. What I'm trying to do is get all of the black done, and then that way as she releases pieces I can kind of fill them in along with more of the colored part. But I've gotten that much done. I still have a long way to go to be caught up. This is being stitched on a 14 count Aida. It is an opalescent in minty green, and it's coming out kind of, well, I mean, it is kind of a bluish green, but it's coming out more blue on the screen than it really is. It does have a tint of green to it. This one, like I said, I'm trying to get caught up. I probably won't, but I'm trying. And those are the ones I have worked on. Now, Beautiful Biomes, I'm caught up with that one. I'm just waiting for the next release for that. I'm not sure when it's going to be released. Soon. I know it's coming soon. The next release is Saturday. It's on June 1st. And it is the Taiga biome. So, I'm waiting for that one. Those are the projects I've worked on. As I said, with the holiday weekend, storms, things like that, I didn't get as much stitching done as I wanted, but I did get some done, and I got another stitch along caught up. Really? She's over there licking her toes. Such a lovely sound. Anyway, I don't have any new starts. I don't have any finishes. So, on to plans. I do have plans. And I have some new starts planned, because it just wouldn't be me if I didn't overwhelm myself and cause a psychotic break. Plans. I have mentioned before on my last one that I wanted to do the Owl Forest stitch along the mushrooms. I have decided I'm going to go ahead and start it. I know I probably won't be caught up, because it wouldn't be me if I was caught up. But I think I'm going to go ahead and start it. Now, I've been looking for fabric that I like for it, but I haven't found any. So I'll probably dye some. I'm thinking that's probably what I'll do. Unless I get lucky and find one I like, I will probably dye it. The next new start I'm planning, I will be starting my Christmas projects. And as I said, for my daughter this year, I want to do this one, the Baby Mario with the star. I want to do that for my daughter for Christmas this year. And this is a pattern by Koala T Stitch. And she has some, or they, I'm sorry, it's not a she, I don't think. They have some good patterns for, you know, gamers, video game themed. But I want to start this soon, and I will probably start it here in June. I did find fabric for it. Now, this is just the DMC Charles Craft fabric, nothing fancy. Normally I don't use theirs, but as it turns out, this was just the perfect color. My daughter's room is done in pink and purple, and this is shades of pink and purple. Now, it is a printed fabric, it is not dyed, but I thought this would be perfect because it would match her room. So I'll be starting that this coming month in June, so that I can get a start on my Christmas presents. I've already got it kitted up. I already have the floss and everything. So I just needed the fabric, and I found that. So, like I said, normally I don't use the Charles Craft. I prefer dyed fabric as opposed to printed, but this was just a perfect color, so I couldn't resist. I just thought, you know what, we'll go with this one. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the fabric. I just prefer it dyed as opposed to printed. But I don't think it actually has any kind of name on it, so there's that. So that is going to be a new start in June. And I found the fabric to make a project bag for it. This was a scrap of fabric that I had left over from making my daughter a nightgown. So I have enough. I'm going to make a project bag to put the Mario project in. My next start as I mentioned, I am doing a start along with Mindy, the Nightshade Needleworker. We are going to be stitching the Animal Crossing Polly Pocket from Glitch Stitch AU. We're going to be starting this on the summer solstice. So mid-June. I've got it kitted up. It is ready to go. She was kind enough to actually chart out my daughter's 4 favorite characters from Animal Crossing, and I'm going to insert those in various places. I will probably replace some of the characters that are in here, but we'll see. We'll see, but they will go in here. Now I found my fabric for it. It is just Touch of Blue, Ada, 14 count, and I got a half yard because this pattern is massive. It's huge. But I've got it kitted up and ready to go. So on the summer solstice, because words and syllables are hard, I will be starting that one with her. And that brings us to our next order of business, the giveaway. Now, as I'd mentioned before, in honor of our start along, Mindy did a giveaway for a copy of the pattern. I think that's ongoing. I don't think she's picked a winner yet. I am also doing a giveaway, and it is for an Animal Crossing project bag, handmade by me. My last video, I had said, mention the word animal in your comments, and I will pick a random comment. Well, I picked one. And the winner is Snowcone Stitchery. So, Snowcone Stitchery. Contact me so that I can get your address, and I will get this in the mail to you. My email address is down below, or you can just DM me on Instagram. That works too. And I can get your information and get that in the mail. So once again, Snowcone Stitchery. So that is, I think all I have. Well, no, I actually have acquisitions. I forgot. So in this video, I have acquisitions. I got some happy mail from Mindy, the Nightshade Needleworker. she sent me a wonderful package. First, she stitched the cutest little thing for me. And she framed it. And, you know, I think I'm going to keep it in the frame because the frame is perfect for it. But how cute is that? Buibos. And that's perfect because I love rooibos tea. But that is so cute. I love it. I love it. So she sent me that. Then she also made a needle minder out of a seashell she found on the beach. And then she also sent me a pattern, the Elemental Dragons water from Ink Circles. I have never done an Ink Circles, but that's cool, and I'll do it. But she sent me that one. So that was my happy mail. Thank you. I love it all, Mindy. And then I also got a few things. Not a whole lot, but a few. First, Joann's was having a sale for Memorial Day, and they had all their DMC on sale. So I picked up a bunch that I was running low on, plus I got a bunch of black, because between the Deadly Aquarium and Vampirum, I went through my entire stash of black floss. I also found from 123 Stitch, I got the 2 Krynics I was missing for my Bellatrix and the beads. These were a substitute for a bead that has been discontinued. So I got those so that I can finish getting that kitted up. And then, since I didn't want to pay postage just for that, I got my husband's Christmas stitching. My husband loves sushi. When he was in the Marine Corps, he was stationed in Japan. And if you take this man to the sushi bar, he just tells the waitress, okay, the toxic level of mercury is here. Keep me about here, but keep bringing it. So he will eat sushi all day long. So I figured this was perfect for him. So I will stitch this for him for Christmas this year. That's what I got at 123 Stitch. I did get my fabric of the month from Witch's Garden Crafts, and it is gorgeous. If it was a bigger piece, I would probably do the Owl Forest mushrooms on it, but it is in the colorway Spring Woods. It's a 14 count. Sorry about the crinkling. But this is the color, and that is a good representation. It's teals and greens, and I love it. I love it. And then, as always, she sent a little like sample of a dark blue, which will go in my little box of scraps for ornaments. So I got that. And then the last thing I got, I was on eBay. And I don't even know why I was on eBay, because I normally don't buy a lot of stuff on eBay, but for whatever reason I was on eBay and I found this. Now, as I've said before, my daughter loves Winnie the Pooh. She loves it. And I got this for $7. I thought, okay, can't beat that. I'll go ahead and get that. It's unopened. Everything's in there. Oh, there's a nice glare. Everything is in there. So I'll be doing this one for my daughter. Probably not for Christmas, because I already have 2 things I'm stitching for her for Christmas, not to mention the various things I sew for her. But maybe for her birthday in February, I might do that. But I got that. It was a price I couldn't resist, basically. So otherwise, plans, I'm just going to keep on working on my various projects and see if I can get any of them done. But since I keep doing all the stitch alongs, probably not. Okay. I mean, we have the 5 I'm already doing. Then we have the Owl Forest one that I would like to do. And then Fat Quarter Shop, somewhere around midsummer, always comes out with their Halloween stitch along, which I usually do. But I mean, that's a small one. It only comes in 4 pieces and you're done. But I usually do that one, so I'll probably do it this year. And then I got an email from, I believe I think it might be Fine Frog stitching. Plants and Petrichor stitch along, which is coming. It's not until like August. But I'll probably do that one because horticulture major. So there are just lots and lots of stitch alongs this year that are specifically geared for me. But anyway, those are my plans. Like I said, I think, you know, the stitch alongs, the biggest part of it is always the frame. Once you can get that done, then the rest of the parts are manageable and you can keep up. It's just getting that frame done. And, you know, I've gotten all of them done except the Deadly Aquarium, the biggest one, of course. So we'll see if I keep plugging away at that one. We'll see if I can get it done and get everything caught up, at which point they all become manageable. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. I mean, I have the second part of the Vampirum still to do, and it's a big one. It's a big critter right in the middle. So we'll see how fast I can get him stitched. Okay. But anyway, I think that's it for cross stitch. I think that's all. So yeah, that's it for cross stitch. So on to sewing. I've sewn nothing. Nothing. I got some new patterns. My husband wants me to try to make him some shorts. He is sick of the stretch denim, and to be honest with you, so am I. I hate that. I hate that stuff. I hate it. I'm not sure why they even invented it, because the first time you sit down, then your pants just keep falling down all day. But he wants me to get some real denim that doesn't have spandex in it and try to make him some shorts. So I got 2 patterns to try that out. I'll make one of each and see which one he likes more, and then I'll make him some more. I have things cut out for summer clothes for me and my daughter. And I still have a few more project bags to make. And then I got my daughter's order for Christmas. She wants me to make her a kitty and a puppy. So I'll be doing that, obviously. But I've not done any sewing. As I said, we had the 3-day weekend, and on top of that, we had storms. And when we have storms, we are not in the city proper. We're in an unincorporated area. So our power flickers. If the power's flickering, sewing is just a bust. No go. Not gonna happen. And especially since I had a hound on top of my head, okay, for 2 days straight. So no sewing was done. But I do have plans. I always have plans. That's the problem. On to gardening. No. We have done a lot. My husband has started building up the old rotted out raised beds, and he's building them higher. He's gotten the first one done. He's painting them inside and out in the hopes that they'll last a little longer. He's got it filled, and we've got it planted with chili peppers. He's got another bed done, and we planted that with Italian heirloom tomatoes. One of our beds up front, I harvested all of the catnip. Oh, was I popular. And got it all dried so I can make thousands of cat toys. Of course, it's medicinal too. So, but and we cleared that bed out and got it planted with some more chili peppers. Our potatoes are doing great. Our garlic will probably harvest next month. Our onions are doing okay, although something's been eating the leaves. And the Roma tomatoes, they are just booming. They're booming. So are the cherry tomatoes. And then the oregano has taken over the entire bed. As it does. But we're still working on it. And we're going to start working on building our garden tunnel and setting up the raised beds inside of that. So garden is doing great. The heat and humidity is here though. It is not as hot today because of the 2 days of storms we had, but it is still rough. Okay, the humidity is what's getting you. I can handle 90 degree heat, but the 93% humidity that goes with it, I can do without. Thank you. But anyway. Lots of beautiful flowers blooming. Of course, the wind from the storms have knocked all the petals off because Mother Nature just said no, just no. But the garden is fine. And on to life. Life is going. It's going. My son is still working on getting his affairs in order to try to move to Germany next year. I told him that's fine. I will do my research, come up with a list of Stitchy stores, and tell him go here and send me things. My husband is still working. He's moved into the 100 Days of Summer, which is, he is a diesel mechanic. Well, he runs the shop of diesel mechanics. He used to be out there turning wrenches. When it's this hot outside, trucks break. Matter of fact, if you can't tell from the circles and bags under my eyes, we were up all night last night because the phone wouldn't stop ringing. This truck is broken. This truck is broken. This truck is broken. I told him, you need to go fix that. Because this is nonsense. I didn't get sleep for the last 2 nights because I had a dog on top of my head because the thunders were coming to get her. And then last night, the thunder was gone. The storms were gone. She was asleep, but the phone kept ringing. So The universe is just determined I will not have sleep. So eventually I'll just crash and nothing will disturb me, or I'll have a psychotic breakdown. We'll see which comes first. But we do want to try to take a day trip soon. I know. I've been wanting to take one for months, but his job has not been conducive to that. The mighty Bucky Beaver overlord has just said no. But I may put my foot down soon. There's an aquarium in Houston I'd like to go to. I love aquariums. So does he. So I don't think I'll have to push too hard. And now that we've knocked down the old chicken coop, we can clear out the rose bed that was out there. I can prune all the existing roses, and maybe I can talk him into taking me to the Antique Rose Emporium to get some more roses to fill it out. But otherwise, we're just doing what we do. Just hanging in there, making sure that, you know, the thunders don't get Artemis, and making sure Hecate doesn't kill the boys. She's had it. She has had it. Okay. She said, they're nonsense. She said, you better not bring another boy in this house. Poor Cheeto. I think he has a learning disability. He attacked her one day. Okay. He just pounced her and rolled her right off the edge of the bed, and she whooped his butt. Okay. She was not having it. You would think that would teach him. No, you'd be wrong. The other day, I was on the bed. She was laying next to me. And he all of a sudden just pounced on top of her. And he was on her so she couldn't get up. So she just rolled over onto her back, sank all 4 murder mittens into his belly to hold him there, and started biting out chunks of fur. He was squealing, and she was hissing and spitting, and he's screaming, and I had to pull him off and patch him up, because he's now got a scratch on one ear and a scratch on his head and scratches in his belly. So then what does he do? Last night, my husband and I were sitting on the bed, and we were reading, and he attacks her again. Luckily, with both of us there, my husband just immediately snatched him up before she could whip his butt again. But she's had it. She's done. Okay. She is not fooling with this anymore. She's the oldest cat in the house. She is 4. She is 4 now. He's about 2. And Jelly Bean and Snickers are about 1.5. And she's done. She said, these boys, they just need to leave her the hell alone. But in any case, just kitten chaos. The usual at my house. Nothing new. So, that's it for me. Again, Snow Cone Stitchery. Get in touch with me either via the email address below or my Instagram. You can slide into my DMs and send me your address, and I'll get this bag out to you. Other than that, I think that's it. I will say that at the end of June, I plan to do a full whip parade, works in progress. It'll be 6 months, so we'll see where I am. I would like to say maybe I could get something finished by then, but it would be a lie. I'm not going to do that to you. So anyway, that's what's going on here. That's my progress, which I am actually amazing myself that I have been able to keep up as well as I have with all of the stitch alongs. So that's good. I'm surprising myself. But anyway, that's it for me. Thank you again to all of my subscribers. It makes my heart happy. If you're new here, I hope you saw something you like. If you did, like, share, subscribe, ring the little bell, as they say on YouTube. And I hope to see you again. In the meantime, it's Thursday, so I can say have a wonderful weekend. And I know kids are starting to get out of school. So I hope you have an amazing summer vacation. And I'll see you in 2 weeks. Bye.